welcome back to another episode of Shaihalffull. I'm your host Amani, and we've got a guest this episode. We've actually got my twin flame right here. We've got Ariya. So it's funny, you guys are like, you look nothing alike. What do you mean twin flame? But we've lived the exact same life. Like, I don't think people will understand how like uncanny it is. Like,
we're actually twin flames.
Yeah.
I know that you have a boyfriend, but we're twins.
Yeah, literally. Like, because we both lived in Sharjah in the Emirates, and then we both moved to Oxford. And like, there's weird details about like our friends.
Oh my
at
gosh,
school. We like
my same traumas at school.
Insane stuff. Like, obviously, this is a story time for another time, but we have had some weird ass friends that did the exact same things to us. So weird. But anyways, super excited to have you on, by the way. She's actually my neighbor as well. This is what I mean. Like, we live in the same village as well. Like, it's just like coincidental. Like, we were at Lizzie's birthday, and like, we were like, wait, what? You live in this village? Oh, okay. Like, it was so random. But anyhow, so how have you been? Are you cool today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a week, but I'm so happy to be here. It's actually so exciting to be here in the studio, actually, finally, after watching everything on YouTube for so long.
Yeah, it's super cool. Do you feel like you're meeting a celebrity or something?
I do. I was saying to Amani when I was walking through the little corridor into the studio, I felt like she was like leading me, and I was just manifesting my dream life.
Yeah.
To an interview. So
it was like I was the director, like, all right, we're starting in 5. Like, okay, good stuff. All right, so I'm going to start with this question. And I asked this to all the guests. What have you recently been grateful for? Or what have you like always been grateful for?
I think recently, just very recently, I've been so grateful for my mum, my sister, and my best friends, including you. I just feel like I've been going through so much emotionally and like a real shift in my life. And like it's April, like it's spring, there's change about, and I've just felt so grounded by the people around me. I mean, like, you literally came to my house with like flowers and chocolates Wednesday, and my sister's been, leaving little notes for me around the house. My mum's sending me voice notes every day, checking on me. I just feel, and my best friends are like listening to my voice notes over and over again, talking about the same stuff, and I just feel so supported and so loved, and that is the kind of love that you want to receive in the world, and I'm so grateful that I have that in so many people. Yeah,
and you deserve that love as well, because you also give it out. And like, I think that a lot of the time people feel like lonely and things like that. But the moment you need your friends, they're there, because you're always there when your friends need you. Like, that's just the way it should be. Yeah. And that is lovely. Thanks for mentioning me. I'm feeling gassed. But yeah, no, like, I'm also grateful for you. I'm always grateful for my friends, genuinely, because like, it really makes you feel like you have this community of people that you yourself built, like they didn't just come out of nowhere, you build this community by being who you are and by other people being who they are as well. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Great answer, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys, don't forget to be liking the video. The moment you think, wow, this is a good video, like it, okay? Like the video, comment, tell me what your thoughts are, and please be sure to subscribe and also follow. Okay, so the main topic for today is about the pressures of education. We're going to go into a few things, but mostly it's centered around our personal experiences of how we felt pressured into doing certain things maybe, and our journey with it. So I've got a few questions for you.
Far away.
So obviously we both lived in the Emirates, and I'm not even sure if you fully remember this, but do you remember how studying was different in the Emirates versus in the UK?
Yeah. It was real studying. Like, I'm not even joking.
like this is fake studying.
The studying that happens in the UK, not studying.
No, it's not. It's not. And I also feel like the teachers are like, they want you to get the bare minimum. Whereas in the Emirates, they were like, no, you have to get like
I'll force this into your brain.
Yeah, literally.
Like, it's going inside whether you like it or not.
I remember this teacher, she was like dragging the student by her ear. I'm sorry. It's actually really horrible. To be fair,
this is the story of our child abuse. Like,
my school was illegal as hell. But like, she was dragging her because she got like 60% in something. But I think she knew her. I think she was like her mum's like cousin or something. Like I think she knew her some, because she was never going to do that to any of us, because my mum would have banged her in her mouth. There's no chance. But like it was insane. And like also the stuff that we learned, like that I learned personally in Sharjah, was a lot more advanced. So I came here and I was like, is this what you lot are learning?
Right. Like, I have the exact same experience as you. So I was obviously in Georgia as well, and I went to a private school. And I'm.
It's not like that in the Emirates.
Yeah,
the private school, it's like everyone goes to a private.
Everyone
school.
goes to private.
Yeah.
School. We didn't have money like that. It was just a private school.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I went there, I studied so hard. I literally had the most enormous like shell on my back. It was literally like I was a turtle.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. And I was walking to school this tiny.
Like Leo.
That's why I think like my back and neck is like messed up from like carrying such weight, these heavy books. And how old was I? Like 6?
Yeah.
Like so messed up.
And I was basically like your size. Yeah.
And I came back to the UK 3 years later. I think it was around 2008, 2009. And I was in school. And my teacher was like so impressed with me in primary school in the UK. They were like, oh my gosh, she's a genius, child genius, Oxbridge.
Yeah.
Like this is the girl. Like, and I'm not even joking. That same year that I came back, everything went.
Oh my God. Oh, stop. I think I was in year 6. So what we were learning there was like, obviously for them, it's like, oh, you were learning about like Pythagoras in year 6. That's crazy. No, for us, it was like light work. Like this is what you had to do, because we were studying constantly, like, and it was like, it's a different ball game completely. And so when I came and they were like, what rhymes with moon? Like,
I knew all my times tables at the age of like 8, 7 or 8. I knew everything up till 12, right?
Yeah.
And they literally, I remember my teacher making me stand up in primary school in England and recite it to the class, and everyone was like, wow. And I was like, you guys are thick as shit.
Stop.
Am I allowed to swear?
Stop. Yeah, you are, but stop. No, because it's like...
But then I went to fail GCSE maths. Like, that's the worst.
Stop. We will talk about the GCSEs, like, literally just now. But I was going to say, like, it's insane how, like, they're like, wow, you're really smart. But it's like, I'm actually not. I was just forced to learn this. Otherwise, like, they would actually just kick me out of that school. Like, you're forced to learn it. And, like, everyone else is working that hard. So when I was in the Emirates, I wasn't the smart kid.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And then I came here and suddenly I am.
I'm the same.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, all right then. So because you mentioned GCSE, like, and you failed.
That's a segue.
Do you remember what you chose?
Yes.
As GCSE? What did you choose?
I chose business studies.
Okay.
I was going broad. I was like, I'm going to have my own business one day.
Love that.
I chose drama.
Nice.
And I chose Spanish.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. So I actually chose, well, initially, I chose business, like economics. No, I'm fucking lying. I'm literally lying. I chose those for A-level. I'm jumping ahead here. I chose for A-level. I chose maths, business, economics, and maybe one other thing. And my parents were like, no, you can't choose that. And they made
Why am I
me
shocked?
choose.
Why am I shocked?
And I'm like, come on, like, you know? And then they were like, you have to choose the sciences, because if you got good enough GCSEs for the sciences, you have to do the sciences. So I ended up doing physics, chemistry, and biology, which I failed, because obviously why the hell would I fucking do that? And also it goes to show that I actually knew what I wanted to do at that age. If I chose economics and all of that and now I'm in finance, like it's insane. Like, yeah, it was meant to happen, but I went through a long like journey to get to that anyways. But how was GCSE? Let's go back. How was GCSEs?
GCSEs were good. I mean, like picking them, I found it really easy because fortunately my parents had split up and my father was no longer there to like say, you must study this. Whereas for my sister, like, poor girl, she was forced to like take chemistry and biology and
it's always the eldest who was struggling.
I mean, I still had to do those though. Like, I still had to do biology, chemistry, and physics, but it was like mandatory at our school.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So yeah, and I was so happy to have picked drama because that was my favorite subject ever since like year 7, and I was so good at it. And I just knew that I wanted to pursue that. And I was fortunate enough to be able to be in a position to choose what I wanted. But I know so many brown girls, so many.
Yeah.
You don't get that.
You can't.
You're not allowed to choose what you want to study. Like exactly like my sister, exactly like all the friends I grew up with, they did not get to choose what they wanted to study.
Yeah, it's so
That's
sad.
so sad. But I'm like, sucks to be you.
Yeah, sucks to be you. I got to do drama at GCSE. But like, it's even like, sorry, but GCSE, who even fucking remembers GCSE? Like, no one. And even like, when you grow up and you become an adult and you go out into the real world, no one gives two craps what your GCSEs are.
They don't.
At all. Like, people care about your experiences. People care about like other different types of things. Like, they care about how you can talk to the interviewer. Like, they don't give a
that's
fucking
it.
crap
It's
what
all
you
about
got.
character.
Yes, but like, I feel like our parents' generation are proper like, no, because if you don't get good GCSEs, you will end up on meth. Like, it's just like, well, no, because, you know, like, we have other options.
Yeah,
but
it.
yeah. And it's always like the traditional route, like GCSE, A-level, uni, PhD. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doctor. Like, no, we're not doing that, man. Like, come on. So obviously you did end up going to uni.
I did.
Tell me about your route to university.
So I took GCSEs. I failed GCSE maths, which meant I couldn't do A-levels at my school because they were like, you're too dumb.
Yeah, they did that at our
And I
school
failed
as
by
well.
2 marks as well. It was the most infuriating thing. So I had to go to college and I had to do sixth form there. So I did A-levels there. I picked English, media and drama.
Okay.
And I was retaking my GCSE maths at college, passed my GCSE maths, failed all my A-levels because I literally didn't even study. I did not study.
Oh my days.
Like, I just wasted the opportunity.
Yeah.
I was there for a good time. I was there
Yay!
literally like just enjoying my life.
Oh my god, facts.
Literally just wasting my time. And I remember opening my GCSE results in front of my mum, like the disappointment in her face.
No.
She was like, this is my daughter. This is you. Like she knew I was going to fail. We all knew I was going to fail.
I love
And I was
we
like,
all knew.
yeah,
I was
everyone
gonna
knew.
fail.
Like I was not in college. Like I didn't even go to my classes because I just wanted to waste my life. Clearly, like
Oh my god, yeah.
I was just hanging out with the wrong people and just I didn't realize how serious it was.
I'm gonna stop you right there. This is how you know we're twins. So I was naturally always good at maths. So like I excelled in maths. So like with English, I was the person that was bad at English. You know, people usually say you're good at maths and you're bad at English or whatever. I was garbage at English. I had to go half term into school. I was after school. Like I was telling the teacher, what are you talking about? I had to memorize certain things to write in the exam to make sure that I would get a C. I did eventually.
Oh,
And I got a B in literature because I could interpret books, but I found it really hard to do the English language type thing. It was really difficult for me. Yeah.
see, I was the opposite.
Yeah.
I could not understand maths, whereas English was so easy for me.
Yeah, no. And then, so with A-level, the same thing. I couldn't give two fucks about this thing. I'm there like, what we doing this weekend? Like, I'm literally like, guys, are we not enjoying life right now? Like, I don't know why. I did not think once about my future.
Yeah.
I didn't. All I thought about was just having fun.
Me
like,
too.
that was it. And I just like, and also like, I'm not saying that I had a terrible social life before, but I feel like my social life started to get like a bit better
Yes.
during that time.
Yes, it does.
So I was just like, yeah, like this is my opportunity to be like a social.
Yeah, this is my opportunity to start dating, going to parties, drinking. Like, this is the chance because I didn't get to do that in school.
No, and also like suddenly everyone finds you attractive.
Yes,
after
it's
that.
like because you've suddenly gone through puberty and you know how to do
I'm like,
makeup
I've got
a bit
tits
better.
now. Like, let's bring it. Yeah, literally, like it was hilarious.
Oh my
It was, yeah, and same. And when I say I failed my A-levels, I don't mean like I tried. I went into the exam and I slept because I knew for a fact that I wasn't doing anything. So obviously I got you.
Are you?
I'm not even joking. I was like, well, I definitely didn't study. So
Are you?
Are you? Like, I definitely didn't study. I couldn't care. I just did not care. Like, I just don't know why. I just did not care.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, whatever. And so when I failed, I had to go to, my parents made me go into a different school, and they were like, you can't put makeup on, you have to look like you're devastated about you have to look like you're devastated and disappointed with yourself.
Accountability.
at these grades. And so like you're begging them for a second chance to do like these subjects
Your
at
parents
different
are smart.
school.
Come on.
I'm saying my parents, it was my mum. My mum was like, don't wear makeup, because I was literally about to put like mascara on or something. Anyways, that school was just like, yeah, we can get you to do like biology and another one, but we can't get you to do all the 3 sciences or something like that. I don't know what it was. And my mom was like, not good enough, go to a different school. Ended up going to another school, being like begging them like, please, can I do A-levels again? And they were like, all right, cool. So ended up going to that school again, just enjoyment. I did not care. I'm sorry, I did not give a fuck. Like I was just like, yeah, let's just like dance about. Like I literally didn't care. But anyway, so after your A-levels and at college, what did you do?
So obviously I failed, and then I still really enjoyed drama. In the practical exams in drama, I was literally getting A's. It was just the written, I just did not bother, because I can literally get up and perform. Like that's natural to me.
Yeah.
Whereas the writing part, I could not understand it, and I never did. So my drama teacher, Claire, had actually said to me, Ariya, I think you have something here. There's a course called Performing Arts. It's a BTEC. It's it's not 3 years. It's 2 years long. Why don't you just do that?
Okay.
And I'll still be your teacher. And I was like, okay. Kind of like trauma bonded to her. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, okay.
just kind of went along with her. And yeah. And then I got D star, D, which is like the second highest grade you can get.
Yeah, it's distinction.
Distinction star.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I could have got one more distinction star, but I still got the highest grade in my class. Like I literally excelled in that environment.
Oh, yeah.
And then I decided right at the very end, like I was going and auditioning at drama schools because I was like, I'm going to be an actor, guys.
Love that.
And then I was getting rejected hard. I got a foundation audition I auditioned at Mount View Drama School in London, and they called me back and said, look, you'd be great for our foundation course, but it's $8,000 up front. And I was like, I'm a
Man
poor
said
girl
up front
from the estate. Like,
yeah.
£8,000. And I was like, I'm not even going to crowdfund this. I'm just not going to do it. Like, whatever is meant to be will be. And then it was like May 2018. And I still didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh my God, college is about to end. All my friends are going to either drama schools or getting jobs. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work at Topshop for the rest of my life. And I obviously couldn't because they closed down.
Yeah.
But I was like, what am I going to do? And then my friend was like, oh, you know that there are universities who just like, I don't know what it's called, but they take like late entries.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, right, okay. She was like, just look at like actual universities, not drama schools, and just see what courses are out there. And I just stumbled across Bournemouth University. My mum went there, and I saw this course for script writing for film and TV. And I did really enjoy writing. And I was like, you know what? Like, if acting isn't meant to be right now, it's not meant to be. Like, I'm just going to go and do something because I have to. And that's how I felt. I felt like I had to go to university.
Yeah.
Because that was what had to be done.
And also, like, you don't actually see that there's any other choice.
Yeah.
Like, no one gives you any other options. You just think like, oh, it's either uni or fail.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, with my route, it's like, yeah, so obviously I failed A-level twice. And then I went, I was just looking like on the Oxford College like website, like what can I do? And then I saw like this accounting course. So it's called AAT. If you're an accountant, you already know what AAT is. But it's like a course that you do just to like kind of enter into the accounting field. I did it and I excelled in it without studying ever. Like I got 98%, 92%, all the tests. Like it was just, it was super easy to me. And so I was like, okay, so this is my life now. And then I thought that I wanted to go into like working as an accountant, but like I felt pressured, like, no, you have to go into some sort of university route because you won't have like a backup plan. I'm like,
oh my God.
Don't even get me started on the backup plan. Don't get me started on the backup plan. And like, I was just like, oh, whatever. So I just like, I was still working at like restaurants and stuff, like not really knowing what I'm going to do. And it'd been like a few, maybe 6-7 months after I'd finished the AAT course. And then my parents were like, okay, like, you need to find out a way to get to uni. And I'm like, all right then. So then I'm checking access to higher education courses, I think they're called. And I find one in Reading. And they are doing business, law and accounting. So I was like, all right, maybe I can cope with this. I found it interesting. I couldn't be bothered to do any of the work. Sorry, just could not be fucked. I found it interesting when I was actually there. I was like, oh, okay, like, is this what law is like? Okay, cool. And then because at the time I went, COVID hit. So they just passed everyone.
Oh my God.
God's grace, by the way. They just passed everyone. I didn't do any work, but they just passed people who had a certain like attendance percentage.
Right.
That was it. And I was like, all right, then let me apply to uni.
Yeah.
And I did. I applied for 5 unis. They were all in London. I wanted to be a London girl. I got conditional acceptance for all of them. And then obviously like when I had passed, they were like, okay, fine, like just go in. And I think they were being a bit more lenient with COVID anyways. And I ended up going to Westminster. That was crap. But anyways, and obviously it was COVID. So like it's all the lectures are like on this laptop.
2020?
I think. I think I went in 2020. Like September 2020. Yeah, it was horrible. It was really, really horrible. Like the girls that were in the flat with me, horrible people. And also Ariya has the same story. But anyways, and like everything was just garbage, and I literally was just like, I don't want to do this, and I just left. But the thing is, I didn't leave straight away because I knew my parents would be on my ass. So what I did was I found an accounting job in Oxford, so then that way I can be like, I dropped out, but I got, so I don't think I even told them about the interview.
Wow.
No, I did tell them about the interview, but I didn't tell them. I said, oh, if I get this job, then maybe I'll drop out. And I did. And then they weren't too fussy about it because like they're like, oh, she has a full-time job, she has 9 to 5, so it's fine. But yeah, it was, wow, what a journey though.
God.
Yeah, it was quite a journey.
I feel like you went through so much.
I did, like education-wise, definitely. Yeah. But whoever gave me evil eye, own up, yeah? But yeah, it is what it is. So when you got to, so did you end up going to Bournemouth?
I did. They gave me an unconditional offer and like £1,000. Like they were just throwing money out.
Damn.
Yeah, they were literally. I thought I was so special, guys. I was telling everyone.
I think you're special by saying this.
No. I was telling everyone in my class, oh yeah, I got an unconditional offer. I got this, I got that, and they were like, you know, everyone gets that.
Stop.
They're desperate to fill the course. And I realized when I got to uni, there were 30 people on my course.
Oh wow.
30. Like it was tiny. They were desperate to, because obviously they can't fund the course if there's not enough students doing it.
Yeah.
They were like, we need to get people doing script writing. And that course, since I left, they just stopped it because not enough people do it. But yeah, I did go to uni and I went for a year. And the whole time, like I think like a few days in, I came back home because I was so upset. I hated my flatmates. It was horrendous. I hated, like I literally, I just didn't resonate with them. I accidentally picked, like I'm so stupid. You know, when you're picking like your university accommodation.
Yeah.
Somehow I picked like a premium room.
Okay.
I didn't have the money for that. I accidentally did it.
Yeah.
Me and my sister was right next to me, so I blame her for this because she was there.
It's actually quite difficult to pick it.
They make it really
confusing.
And I was like, well, this room looks nice, and I definitely need a double bed. Why? Don't know.
I definitely needed a double bed, but it's because I always lived in a single bed.
And I always shared a room with my sister, and I never had I wanted that space to myself. So I was like, this is my opportunity. So I picked this room. I show up in September 2018. And I opened the door, and I'm not even kidding you, like it was enormous. My university bedroom was so big, and I was like, what is going on? And then I realized I'm obviously staying in some very expensive accommodation. And everyone else in my flat, their rooms were like normal sized. So they walked in thinking like I'm made of money or whatever. And there was this one girl in my flat, like very, very early on. This is when I realized I don't like her. And I spoke about this in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
She literally like looked at my cupboard and she was like, is that all the clothes you have? This girl's from like,
and you lied to her. She lied to us.
I was like, no, I have so many clothes at home. No, these are all the clothes on my back. Like,
oh my god,
it was horrific. And I just experienced lots of stuff like that, lots of little comments and stuff that made me feel very like poor and other and very brown.
Yeah.
And so that was like a big reason I didn't like being at uni. And then the course itself, like I just didn't see myself being a scriptwriter.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see myself being a scriptwriter. And it was just that kind of thing. I knew it straight away. My mum was like, just try, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want you to like quit something. But she was like, if it's not right for you, it's not right for you. She was always very supportive. But like, you know, I tried and I got to December and I was still really miserable. And then obviously my room got broken into on New Year's.
Oh my god.
That was a whole thing.
Guys, check out her YouTube channel. Lots of love, Ariya.
Yeah.
She breaks it down, guys. She tells you exactly how it is. Yeah.
What happened in the
yeah.
So yeah, that happened and something switched for me and I was like, all these horrific things happening are pushing me. Like, it's either to make me stay and fight, or it's telling me, leave. This is not the place for you.
Yeah.
And I choose to believe the latter. I choose to believe all that happened to push me and make me so uncomfortable. I do believe that when you're in a situation and you become so uncomfortable where you're not even happy, you can't eat,
Yeah.
you're miserable, you're so depressed, it's like God telling you, move.
Yeah,
This is
definitely
the place for you. I have something better for you. Move.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I left university. I've been happier ever since.
That is amazing. So when you didn't drop out in the middle, you just were like, I'm not doing second year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I did as well.
You get your certificate of higher education, because people think you drop out, you get nothing.
Yeah.
You can get a certificate of higher education if you drop out after first year. You get a diploma after second year, and then you get the degree after third.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. So you didn't have like a breaking point or anything. You just were like looking through like your last year and you just thought, what the hell was that?
I mean, to be honest, I think I decided I was dropping out around, it was when I posted my first ever YouTube video, and that's still my most watched video, but that was like
I know.
April 2019. So I said I'm dropping out of uni. So that was when I decided. It was actually April, and then I stayed for like 2-3 more months until the term had ended.
Yeah.
So at that point I did know. Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. So do you think that there was like a sense of shame in like your culture for like dropping out or not going through it, or just like not finishing it?
I think my family were disappointed. I think not my mum. I think my mum trusted me, and as scared as she was, I think she knew it wasn't right for me, and she'd heard how miserable I was as well. But I mean, I called my dad and I told him, and he was like, "Why? You're breaking my heart. Like, I'm so depressed." Like, he was like, "So
like, all right, mate."
It's my life.
Yeah.
He was really affected by it, because I think he just wanted me to be okay. And to our parents, you know, going to university means you're set up for life, even though it doesn't necessarily mean that, but to them it means
it literally exactly means that.
So much. I remember speaking to my uncle and auntie about it and telling them, you know, I just want to let you guys know. Like, I don't know why I was telling everyone, like, it affected.
But that's how you have to tell them. That's how you have to tell them. Yeah.
Otherwise they're going to be like, what is going on? And I was like, I've got a plan. I'm going to work, you know, it's going to be okay. I might go back to uni in a few years. And I never did. But, you know, everyone was supportive, but there was so much concern. Concern. But yeah, I didn't have any sort of like ridiculing of this, people saying she's a failure. Like, if they did, they never said it to me.
Yeah. They were just saying it when you left. Yeah, no, I think like it's funny. So with like our culture here in the UK, it's like it's easy for you to go to uni, whereas it's really hard for people to go to uni in Sudan. If it's easy for you here, why don't you just do it as a backup option? Like, why don't you just do it? You know, it's only 3 years of your life. And so I know Sudani people that have been in uni for like 12 years, bro. Like they've been dropping out. They've been doing the same course. I'm like, broski, quit medicine, quit it. Do something else, man. Do what you want to do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, they're doing it just because they want to come out with a degree, you know? And like, it's annoying because I know that certain people, I'm not saying everyone obviously, but certain people will not feel that sense of achievement once they get the degree. Like, their parents will feel it and they'll feel like happy that they made their parents proud. But you yourself will not feel a sense of achievement, especially because you got this degree in like digital marketing. You're never going to go into a marketing job. You're like trying to do something else completely. And it's like, it's sad. I think it's so sad that people feel so pressured that like this is the only way. It's not. Just start working.
Yeah. Literally.
Just start working. Like, you know, people get so surprised at how much work experience I have because of like how young I am. Yeah. They're just like, oh wow, like you've worked a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I have, because I just started working. Like, that's it. And like, once you do start working, you just find yourself that way. That's literally what it is. But like, you don't have to do uni.
You don't.
Like,
people really take that so seriously. They take that pressure and they're like, there is no other option. There's no way out. I have to go to uni. And you feel like you have to pick something, right? And you end up picking something, like you said, digital marketing, whatever, and then you hate it. You do it to please your parents. You come out, it's useless. It's a waste of your time. You've paid what, $9,000 a year to make some friends.
To make some friends that you will cut off in 2 years. Like, like, it's not, it's just, I think that people really need to start looking at different options. But what I'm actually trying to say is that, like, for example, in like Sudan or whatever, you can't really do much without a degree. Like, for example, like, once you get a degree, you're like, okay, now you can work. Otherwise, you're just the guy that's on a horse selling some milk. Like, that is literally what it is. And they're just like, well, we don't want you to just sell milk. Do you get it? Like, we want you to do more. And for us, like, we're not just going to end up like selling milk, like forcing ourselves to sell milk. We can do more things.
Yeah, you can work in Tesco.
You can work in Tesco and like build yourself up to branch manager. Do you get it? Like, you can, you know, like, I don't know if you've seen the Pret CEO. Like, he literally started as like a crew member and became like assistant manager. Like, he literally worked himself up to CEO.
That's amazing.
Like, he worked there for 23 years. Insane work. I don't know how he did it, but
so cool.
He's a white man, so he did it. That's how he did it.
He must have done some courses.
He probably did
eventually,
like,
but that's what the point is. You can study at any point in your life. It
Any
doesn't
point.
have to be when you're 18 and you don't even know how to study. Like,
yeah, how to study, literally. And like, people are like, oh, well, I'm 25 now, so I don't want to do anything. Like, bro, are you serious?
Literally.
You're a ute. You're a fetus. Don't irritate me. Like, don't say like, I'm 25 and I can't do anything, because like, we're actually children. Yeah. Like, we're straight up children. You can, like, the world is your oyster at this point. You can do whatever the hell you want. Start literally trial and error. Work somewhere for 2 weeks and walk out. That's what I did. I worked at JD for 3 weeks. They were paying me £4.06 per hour. Yeah, slave wages.
Robbery.
£4.06 per hour. And I literally just walked out the third week. I was like, this is a garbage place, man. Just walked out. Yeah. And I got into a different job. Like, it's just trial and error at that time.
I feel like you've always known your worth. Like,
yeah. Well, somehow. Yeah, it's just like sometimes you just gotta do something wrong. You just gotta do it wrong. Do it scared.
I watched loads of YouTube videos when I was at uni, contemplating whether I'd drop out or not, right? There's this guy called Gary V. Have you heard of him? Gary Vaynerchuk?
I don't think so.
He basically was a businessman and he passed up this deal to buy Uber. And then Uber took off and he lost out because that he would have been a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
He didn't see the worth. He was like, what's this? And then, you know, that was what his life turned out to be. And he talks about this experience, and he talks about in his 20s, he made so many mistakes. And he said, if you're at uni and you're like stressed about not going to uni, of course you're stressed about it. Of course you're stressed about going or not going. You're a baby. You don't actually know what you want to do. This is where you make mistakes. This is where you get confused and you do the stupid things and stuff, so that when you look back, you've actually got this whole like life story and that experience to build on and then start your life. Like, your life does not start when you're a teenager. It
Definitely
just doesn't.
not.
Like, that's just for the plot. Like, everything you do is just history and experiences that you talk about. Like, me and Amani talk about now, like the experiences we had back then. Like, that experience at uni is what, for me anyway, it was just for the plot.
Yeah, exactly. And it shapes you, your experiences, your failed experiences, everything. It shapes you and it makes you learn. Like, now we went through that 1 year and we learned uni is not for us. If we'd never done that, we could be like 36 thinking, oh, maybe I should have just went to uni.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
You
like,
have to try things. You have to do stupid things.
You've got
to try everything, and then you know if it's for you or not. If you don't try it, yes, you are going to be regressing it. When you're
exactly. All right. Well, I'm going to end on that note for this topic. I hope this has helped someone with like their experience with uni and all that stuff. And let me know if you have any stories, whether you felt pressured or anything. And also explain to me how your culture views education. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the Brown Girl Diaries that you have recently started on your YouTube channel. Again, her YouTube is lots of love, Ariya. So I fucking love it, by the way. I literally love it. I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to start the Brown Girl Diaries? I keep calling it series, by the way. That's why I'm being hella awkward.
I had to fact check her.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I don't know where this idea came from. It was just, I've had this YouTube channel since like 2019 when I dropped out of uni. And I posted like sporadically, loads in lockdown, and then I stopped, and then I got chickenpox in the summer, whole thing. And I was in the shower like, I need to come back to YouTube. I need to do this. I enjoyed that creation. So I came back on YouTube. I started posting advice videos and that kind of thing again. And I was like, this is not really like resonating with my audience. I need to do something different. And I was like, one day I literally just got my camera And I just sat down and I just filmed and I talked about what I wanted to talk about. And it ended up being a video about growing up brown in the UK. And it was so well received. And
I love that.
I'm calling it the Brown Girl Diaries. This is episode 1. I don't even know what I just filmed. It just naturally came out like it was meant to be. And then I was like, okay, let's keep doing this. Let's build momentum. So then I filmed episode 2, which was growing up hairy. And people loved that because everyone wants to know and everyone's so curious, how are women hairy? How do women have body hair?
Yeah.
And I made a whole 17-minute video about that. Like I talk about my body hair for 17 minutes.
Yeah, you actually do. Yeah.
Actually do. And that was so well received. So then I made a third one. And that was about dating different cultures, different races, different religions. Yeah. And that was, really well received again. I
love, by the way, in the interracial relationships one, where you just say like, just cut off your family. just cut off your family if they don't want.
Literally.
And so basically, I one time said to this girl, because she had fell in love with another woman. She comes from a very strict culture. And I just said to her, man, cut off your parents. Like, if they react in a way that is so horrible to you because you love another woman, cut them off. Like, it's not like, oh, they need to learn, like this, that. No, like, there is always, I always say there's always like a grey area where you think like, okay, maybe they can learn. But if it's black and white, you can see that they are like completely like threatening to kill you because you're, you know, wanting to marry another woman. Just cut off your parents.
Yeah.
You're like, I understand they're your blood and they're my parents and this. And like you have given them a lot of like grace and grief, like, throughout your entire life, I'm sure, as I have, as like Ariya has, as like every single person you know has. And a lot of people don't cut off their parents just like this, just because like, oh, like you didn't make me mac and cheese, like I'm gonna cut you off. No, we cut them off because of really, really horrible things, because like you don't even want to do it. But especially if they don't let you be with the person you love, cut them off. Like, yeah. I agreed with you 100% on that. I was just like, don't even think twice about it. Don't think about like, oh, maybe I should go find a man and pretend I'm not a lesbian. No.
People that do that though.
I know, but like, don't. Literally just don't.
If someone can't let you, love who you want to love, then that shows you how much their ego is more important to them than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I think about any family that judge you. You hear about all these honor killings and things and awful
yes.
things like that happen because a brown girl fell in love with a black man. And I just think it's so crazy the audacity people have to think that they can control who you love.
Exactly. And also, like, as you said, if someone doesn't want you to love, like, are you deeping that? Are you deeping that? Like, me, for example, my sister comes home with some drug dealer, he's doing this, that. I'm going to be like, get the fuck out of this place. But I am never, ever going to tell her not to love someone. I'm going to advise because of the type of person they are. Never because of their race, never because of their gender, nothing to do with who they are. I can judge their character. I can be like, this guy just threw his shoes down over here. I found him disrespectful. You can do that. It's like, because the thing is, at the end of the day, your parents are always going to judge the person you're dating. They're always going to say, oh, he's done this, he's not done that, he's whatever. But if they're judging him because of his religion or because of his race or because of that, just don't hear it. Just be like, sorry, I didn't actually hear what you said. And just leave the room. Literally. Like, that's it. Yeah. This isn't a discussion. This isn't something I'm having with you. This isn't something we're talking about. Like, because the moment you say, no, but he also believes there is this God that, no, don't freaking argue it, because it's just going to be continuous. It's a loop until
they've decided in their head already they will not accept this person. You cannot make your parents accept someone that you love,
exactly,
unless they want to.
And also, if you're someone who is answering to their parents about everything, don't be dating other people and putting them through all that fucking garbage. Literally, there's so many Muslim girls that I know that date men outside of Islam, and they're like, my parents won't accept you unless you're Muslim. And then this guy becomes Muslim, he don't even know the 5 pillars. He don't know shit. Do you know what I mean? He just became Muslim for bants. And the moment you guys break up, he's going to leave Islam. Yeah. What the hell is going on in the House of Commons? Like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, it's actually ridiculous to force someone into a religion just because, like, this is the only way we can be together. If you're someone who only answers to your parents, literally date someone who your parents will accept.
Yep.
Like, that is it. Don't go date outside of that. If you're someone who doesn't care what their parents will think, then, like, just date outside of that, and you have to stand your ground the moment it comes to it.
I spoke about this in my video, but I dated someone when I was really young, and from the get-go he was like, "You're not Christian, my mum won't accept you."
No.
So I was like, okay, bye.
Yeah, like, all right then.
And he was like, what are you doing? Like, he was so vexed with me. I'm like, how are we going to be together? Your mum won't accept me, and you're not willing to look past that and do anything to convince her. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to be with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Point blank period. And also, like, we're actually adults. Like, we can't be answering to our parents all the time about what they want. Like, at the end of the day, your parents... Well, me personally, my parents will fight and fight and fight. But at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy, they will accept it. Like, because... I think a lot of people are scared to even bring it up. But the moment you bring it up, it will be fine. Like, they will have to accept it at one point. And if they don't, tell them there's the door.
Skedaddle.
Yeah, skedaddle. So what type of people would you like to, like, direct the Brown Girl Diaries to?
You don't have to be a brown girl to watch, and I feel like it's actually, like, really excluding people, isn't it, with the title? I'm like, sorry, you have to be brown.
Yeah.
Paper bag test, you know that?
No, what the hell?
Look
are you
it up,
talking
the
about?
brown paper bag test.
Okay.
But it's like a whole racist thing that happened in America. That you
I'm
have to be a certain
scared.
colour to get into a room, basically.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's horrific. So I think that this series is for anyone that feels different, anyone that feels like their family have a particular way of, like, controlling their life, anyone that feels like they're not accepted in the country that they live in, anyone that feels like that they don't feel like they fit into the community that they're born into. Like, that's how I felt as a brown girl growing up. I never felt like I fit in, and I always felt really whitewashed, like a coconut. I felt like I wasn't brown enough. I feel like so many people say that.
No, but that is actually how you grow up in a Western country. When everyone else around you is white, you want to fit in with the white girls.
And
like,
the brown girls don't accept you because
you're not brown. And all the guys are like, oh, this girl, she's blonde and she's blue and blue eyes.
She's blue.
She's an avatar. No, like, she's got these blue eyes. She's, you know what I mean? And you're just kind of a bit like, okay, well, I'm just this clapped girl, like, next to them. Literally. So yeah, no, that's just the way it is. What more can we expect from the, like, diaries or from your channel in general?
I think I'm going on a healing journey now. I think I'm going to do some crazy things, weird things. I'm just going to learn about myself, and I'm going to want to share that with people, and I want to share the knowledge that I've learned about, you know, just growing up who I am. That's what my channel's about. It's about finding a community, building like-minded people that want to grow and develop into their best selves, but really, like, authentically. I think I'm going through some stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
I've taken like a 2-week break, but I'm going to be back soon with more Brown Girl Diaries, more things like building your confidence, even when you've been told you're ugly, because I've been told I'm ugly. Literally things like that, just things that will make you feel good and feel empowered.
Good stuff.
That's what's coming on the Brown Girl Diaries and on my channel.
Love that. I am so excited. Like, I'm always like, has Ariya uploaded? You know, I was actually waiting for you to upload yesterday. I'm not even joking.
Are you joking?
Yeah, because I thought it was, whatever. You did say you were going to upload every Friday, so I was checking.
I did.
But anyways, I was like, okay, anyways, guess no content.
Hard week, guys.
Yeah, no, it's fine anyways. Okay, so have you got any recommendations for the audience? Okay, guys, this is hilarious. Okay. The reason we're laughing is because she just thought of this right now.
Yeah.
Have you got any recommendations for the audience?
I do. Years and years ago, I watched something on Netflix and it stuck with me, and I feel like it resonates with everything we've spoken about today. It's a series on Netflix called Unorthodox.
Okay.
It's about a Jewish girl and coming from an Orthodox background, and how restricted she felt in that, and how she was pressured into marriage at a very young age, and she didn't want that, and how the community hated her for, and no spoilers, but you know, choosing herself And it really, really stuck with me. And it's just about female empowerment. But also, you also see the way that her elders, the struggles that they went through, the struggles that, you know, the men go through, their different struggles, the struggles that women go through in the Jewish community. I think it's Hasidic Jewish people specifically. So yeah, I really recommend that to anyone. I really wanted a season 2 and they never brought it out. And it's just one of those things that, you know, if you feel like how we've discussed today, feeling like other, feeling different, feeling like you don't fit into your community, watch that show.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. If it's still on there.
It should be.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think I'm definitely going to watch that. That sounds really good. Yeah. I love that. And she just thought of it now as well.
I know.
I love that. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of the episode. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button because I might be doing bonus episodes soon where I'm doing some catch-ups and things like that. So to be notified, press the bell button, give me a follow and all of that. Show me some love. Okay, bye guys. See you next time.